Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us learn something good together. You know, from time to time, and always the Muslim, they keep repeating the same thing, the same question, the same objection, the same logic, which is not logical. I'm going to talk about what the Muslim they say, but I will use a Muslim comment as a start for our topic today. I just saw this comment, and I just left a message for him, asking him to watch my answer. So this guy, you know, he posted a comment saying the following. Let us put it for you on the screen so you can see it all. I don't believe Jesus Christ as God. I believe in him that as a last messenger of God only for Israel. And here you see the stupidity of Muhammad and who believe in Muhammad. How Jesus was sent to Israel, and then your book says that Jesus, when his disciple, he told them to send them to many places like Africa and Rome. They said to him, how we can speak to them? They woke up in the morning, they found themselves speaking many languages. How Jesus is sent only to Israel, when your God, he says that the book of Jesus was Injil. But isn't it Injil is a Greek word? How Jesus was sent to Israel, and your prophet, he have Christians in the Arabian Peninsula, and he said to them, you are correct. I mean, this guys the stupidity, because if Jesus was sent to only to Israel, then nobody else should be Christian except the people of Israel. But we know that Muhammad, he married, you know, he told the Muslim you can marry Christians, but none of those Christians are a Jew. So how they are Christian, but they are not Jews, if Jesus was sent only to Israel? So Muslim, he have a brain of a rooster, and just, you know, this is what he heard. He heard that Jesus was sent only for the children of Israel. If we go in the Quran and we type the name Jesus, we will never find it. We will find a guy, his name is Isa. I'm not going to ask you now where Isa is coming from, because that's a different story. We will laugh at. But if we go and see where Isa was sent to, the Muslim, they say, as an example, that all prophets before, like Moses, sent to the Jews. But okay, but Moses, he spoke to the Pharaoh and he asked him to convert to Islam, according to Muhammad, to Judaism, sorry. And if Jesus was sent to the Jews, then he should be called Jew too, not the Christians or the Christian or the one who follow him. Should not be called Nasara, should be called Jews, because still they are Jews anyway. Isn't it the same prophet as Moses? But if we go in the Quran, in chapter 2, verse number 87, Allah was speaking to who? Just to show you the stupidity of this religion. Chapter 2, verse number 87. By the way, in translation, he says, remember. What remember? This is stupid. It doesn't say that. But because, you know, the Arabic grammar in the Quran, or the way the Quran is written, is stupid, so the Muslim add words to make it make sense. So, because suddenly he says, we gave Moses the book. So Muslim, they add the word remember. We gave Moses the book, and we sent after him many apostles. And to Jesus, son of Mary, we gave the clear evidence of the truth, reinforcing him with divine grace. Divine grace. This is the Muslim translation, not me. All right? Only Jesus was reinforced by divine grace, Muhammad not. And then, which is the Holy Spirit. Even so, when a messenger brought to you what did not suit your mood, you turned haughty and called some impostor and some others you slow. Here you will notice the stupidity of the Quran. If you ask the Muslims, Muhammad is speaking to who, and this verse is about who, they will say, this is about the Christians and the Jews. Okay. But this verse is saying that Muhammad is speaking to people who they are exist in his location. They are in front of him. And the Christians there, they are Arab Christians. They are not Israeli Jews Christians. They are Arab Christians. So how Allah, He sent to them, and He is speaking to them, He sent to them Isa, because as you know, the Jews who they are Israeli in Arabian Peninsula don't believe in Jesus. So the second part, the first part is about Moses. This is about, when He speak about Moses is for the Jew. And then He mentioned the second part, saying, when He sent to you, talking to who? He was talking to the Arab. So how Jesus was sent to the Jews, and yet your stupid Quran is speaking to the Arab? And saying that Jesus was sent to you. Are we guys following? Did you get my point? Because the one in front of him, the Christians, none of them is a Jewish Christian. They are Christian who they are Arab. Are we listening? So, I mean, this is from the beginning of your stupid book. We can get you busted. And then we can go to the rest. Muslims, they say the only prophet was sent for all mankind is Muhammad. But then we find that Abraham, he was sent to all mankind, And what about Moses? What about, Aaron? Aaron and Moses, they spoke to the Pharaoh and they asked him to convert to Allah. But I thought Moses was sent only to the children of Israel. So this is a very stupid Quran. And what about Zulqarnain? Isn't Zulqarnain, he went around the earth and he was doing jihad for Allah. So the Muhammadan, they are copy-paste. Nobody uses a brain. If the brain exists, it is just a copy-paste version of it. If we continue with the statement he said, just for a laugh, then he says, at that time, but your stupid Quran is speaking to the Christians 600 years after. Your Quran is asking the Christians to believe in Jesus 600 years after. But those are not people who exist at that time. Those people exist 600 years after. But let's continue. Is not that several verses inside your Holy Bible has spoken that Jesus Christ only as a messenger of God and nothing more than that? And he mentioned the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse number 4. But if you go and read the verse there, it says that your Lord is Echad. Echad is not one, you idiot. Echad means one in unity. This is why the Bible, if we go right now and we do little search, we will find but the word Echad mentioned in many places in the Bible about, as an example, the man he marry, he leave his parents, and he will become with his wife Echad. Echad. So Echad, it is not one as a number. When a man he marry his wife, both they become Echad. So is the man and the wife are one God? They are Echad? Or they are two different people, but they are one entity by unity by God because of marriage? So they don't know they don't know even Arabic. They don't know Hebrew. They don't know the Bible. They don't know the meaning, but they quote as they wish. They quote as they wish. So when the Bible says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one," is talking using the word Echad, not just one. There's a huge difference between this and that. And your false prophet, he copied the Jews and he used the same word. He says Ahad. Ahad is not Wahid. And that's the mistake of Muhammad. He's trying to copy the Jews. And then he said Allahu Samad, which means Allah is the empty. There's nothing inside him. Samad coming from the word Masmuda, which is the pig. You put coins inside it, like when the children, they collect their money to save it for the future. They have like a jar, looks like a pig, and they have a hole in it, and they put the money there. And one day, in order to get the money, so he cannot resist, if he try to he have to resist breaking it until there's enough, because if he break it, he would lose money too, because this has cost him money, the thing to put the coins inside. So when a Muslim, he speak about things in the Bible, obviously he's an idiot like he's a prophet. Secondly, he mentioned John chapter 17, verse number 3. But if you go to chapter 17, and this is additional sign of stupidity and hypocrisy of the Muhammadan copy-paste religion. You will find that Jesus there, he mentioned that Jesus is the Son, so you may glorify, and this is whatever translation you want. When Jesus has spoken these things, he lifted his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour has come, glorify your Son. So what the Muslim he do? He jumped to verse number 3. But the verse number 3 cannot be understood by itself. And remember, when the Bible written, it's not meant to be verse number 2 or 3. 3 is just verse number 1, verse number 2 is the easiest way to find things. But there is nothing is called verse number 1 and verse number 3. This is the whole speech Jesus is saying. He did not say now verse number 3. So when Jesus he mentioned, so glorify your Son, the Muslim he don't want to read that, because saying that Jesus saying he is the Son of God, it hurt him. And you will see that the Father glorified the Son. God don't glorify anybody. People glorify God, not God glorify people. People, worship God, not God, he worship people. So when God the Father glorified the Son, why? Because he's a son, not because he is a human like us, even though he have the flesh of a human. So that your Son may glorify you, you granted him the authority over all the people. So Jesus now is saying that I have the authority over all mankind. And the hypocrite Muslim, he skipped that because he is a hypocrite like Muhammad. So that he may give the eternal life to all those who you have give him. So who is the one have the eternal life? Jesus. Who have control of it? Jesus. Who is the one can save mankind? Jesus. Who can resurrect people? Jesus. Who can forgive sin? Jesus. And then he said to you, I believe only in number 3. So look what happened now, because he cut the beginning of the chapter. He says, now this is the eternal life. So what is the eternal life? The Father glorified the Son, and the Son glorified the Father. And the Son, who have the authority over all people, so that he may give eternal life for all those you have given him. Who given him? Us. We are given to him. We are under his authority. And now this is the eternal life. So now the Muslim, he liked only this part. He says, now this is the eternal life, but he skipped this part. So that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ that you have sent. But you don't want to see that he is the Son of God, and he is have the authority over all mankind, and he is the resurrector, he is the one who forgives sin. So Muslims are hypocrite, and when they want, they quote something. When they want, they forget something. This is why we say, never trust a Muslim explaining the book for you. Not your book, not their book. They are liars by birth. Muhammad, he says, everyone is born as a Muslim, which means Muhammad is saying every Muslim born as a liar. Because I could not find one Muslim who don't lie about what he say. And then if you go, you continue reading the same chapter, John number 17, which the Muslim don't want you to read, you will see that Jesus confirming clearly who is he. Now glorify me, my Father, in union with yourself, in that glory which I had in union with you before the universe was. The Muslim don't want to see that. Jesus, he just said, he is exist with the Father before all mankind they were exist. So we laugh at your execution with, copy-paste religion. And in the same time, if we ask the Muslim, he speak about logic. Do they reject Jesus because of a logic, or because Muhammad, he say so? Muhammad says so. Otherwise, a Muslim is the last one who can speak about a logic. Is it logical that you will have little boys serving you in heaven for eternity? Is that justice? Is that fair? Is that logical? Is it logical that you will have a lot of women to do boom boom with them? Is that the house of God? Is that logical? Is it logical you will have endless private part? And the women, she will have an endless private part too, which is very funny, like the tunnel of between France and England. But it's an endless one. Is it logical that you as a Muslim, Allah will give you the power of 40 men in heaven? Everything is sexual. Is it logical that Allah, he promised you couches and pillows in the heaven and banana? So if you are talking about logic, let us talk about logic. And today we were asking ourselves, you know, you remember we have just a Muslim, he called me in the previous video, right? In the previous video. Anyone remember what time he called me, this guy? So we can play some of what he said. We asked him, okay, is Allah is the creator? Is he the, you know, the Quran? He said yes. I said, okay, the Quran says he is the best of the creators. So what he said, well, he said, well, Allah, he is saying that the other creators are false. The other creators are false. But guess what? When he said that, he just get his God busted. Because if Allah is the best of the creator, and Allah is saying the other creators are false, then Allah is the best of false ones. This is how silly and how stupid this religion is. So the second you ask them a serious questions, they will be in trouble and they will run away. And now actually my Skype is open. If there's any Muslim can answer it. Right? If we go, let me see where I can find what minute this guy he called, so we can laugh. I don't know which minute he called me. I will move my video. Give me a second. Need to bash. He bashed himself already. I'm just moving the video to see when this guy he called me. Maybe here. No, not yet. Okay, okay. Maybe in this location here, let's see.
I didn't like the way he
Yeah, this is the ex-Muslim she called me. This guy he called me after. Let's see.
yes.
You know, Jesus is not an icon, as a big. Okay, a little bit after. We keep posting the new Skype. And we mentioned that many times. Let us see. A theist mean you believe in one creator. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. But the Quran says Allah is one of many creators. Isn't it the Quran? I think the sound is a little bit low. I'm not sure why. Creators. Is it?
Yes.
So how he is the only creator, but he is the best of the creators?
Because there's another verse in the Quran which also mentions this, best of creators, but it is categorized in two categories. When Allah says He's the best of creators, creators is in two categories, which is the false God and the one and only true God, which is Allah. And Allah is the best of creators, which means He's the one and only true God.
Very smart answer, genius. But look what happened. If I say I'm the best of the liar, that's mean I am a liar. So if they are false God, as you said, and he said, I am the best of the false, that means he is the most false.
No, I said it's categorized into two categories.
You said that. I heard you. You said he is categorizing between real creator and false creator. But Allah is saying, I am the best of the creators. According to you, the creators is the false creators. So when Allah he says he is the best of the false creators, that means he is the most false one between them. He is the top liar.
I said when it says creators, it means two things: the true creators and the false, the true creator and the false creators. That's what I said.
Exactly. So there is, he said, but he said, I am the best of the creators. This is why you mentioned to me that Allah, he meant false creator and real creator. But when Allah, he says, I am the best of those creators, there's no other creators. That's it. Those creators, you are the one saying to me, they are false. Allah saying, I am the best of them. That means he is one of them and he's false too.
Other people believe in them. That's why Allah mentions them.
What do you mean? When you say, I am the best of the liars, that means you're a liar.
No, you are the liar, sir.
My friend,
you don't know what
you're trying to escape the embarrassment. You just said that the other creators are false creators. And then how Allah then, he is the best of the false creators?
I never said that. What are you talking
You said
about?
that. You said to me that when Allah he said the creator, he meant the creators, he meant the false creators. But the verse in front of us
And
saying
the true creator.
Allah is the best of, I will add your word, not my word. He is the best of the false creators.
When did I say that, man?
Do you want to cough?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do too much, because you might lose your teeth. So Allah is the best of the creators. That means He is the best of the liars, and this is contrary to what Muslims they claim, that Allah is the only creator. So either there is a creator or there is no creator. And when Allah He used the word best, that means He is one of them. He is not different. If I say I'm the best of the students, that means I am a student like them.
He's saying
I'm
he's
not
the
different.
best. So he's saying he's the only true God.
How He is the only true God, but He is saying I am the best of the gods.
Because other people believe in those gods.
No, you see, it doesn't matter if they believe or not. He is the one who is adding the word best, comparing himself to them. So either the Quran have a wrong, stupid Arabic, and Allah do not speak good Arabic. He learned, his Arabic in Afghanistan from Taliban, or Allah He speak good Arabic. And you Muslim, you claim Allah, Quran is amazing. So here, when Allah He says He is the best of the creators, He is not condemning the creators. He is actually praising them. He said they are good, but I'm better.
Allah said in the Quran, He will throw the false gods into hellfire on the day of
He will
judgment.
do what? He will do what?
He will throw these false gods into hellfire on the day of judgment.
Okay, how you can throw someone does not exist?
The idols and stuff.
How you can burn idols?
And by the way, there's a hadith.
Don't change
Which
topic.
says,
Don't change topic. I'm going with you. How you can burn? How you can burn false gods?
There's a hadith which says, if anyone draws something alive, Allah will say to that on the person on the day.
Anyway, you can watch the previous video and you will see it's a mockery. Those people, they claim they have religion, but the second you ask them serious question, they go around the bushes and they avoid as much as they can to answer it. So on one hand, they say we believe in one God, which is very funny, by the way. I mean, what one God mean? What exactly one God mean? Do you know even what that mean? They don't know. I mean, you do not know who's Allah. You do not know how he look like. You do not know what he's made of. You do not know where he's located. Muhammad never saw him, never touched him, never spoke to him. And then you say to us, we believe in one Allah. Okay, but with the Quran full of stupid words in Arabic, and the Muslim, they claim that this is a perfect Arabic Quran. When Allah, he say the best, obviously this is a mistake. But then if we go, we will find that Muhammad was copying a person who was his scribe. And then the person, he said, when he was listening to Muhammad, after Muhammad, he said this phrase here, this here to here. Muhammad stopped. The guy, he liked what Muhammad's saying, and his name is Abdullah ibn Sarah. And this exists in Muslim books. It's not like a Jewish books or Christian books. And then the guy, he said, so blessed be Allah, the best of the creators. Not God. He said, blessed be Allah. Muhammad, he said to him, add it. He said, what do you mean add it? He said, add what you just said. Put it in the verse. He said, but this is what I said. He said, yeah, I received the same. So Muhammad is stupid. He liked to copy. He is trying to make a Quran, and then, or to make what is called Book of God. And then the guy, he says something, he like it, but he forgot that this guy will be a witness now because he just took it from him. And then this person, Abdullah ibn Sarah, he left Islam immediately because when he left the house of Muhammad, he said, you know what? If Muhammad claimed to be a prophet, well, I am prophet then, because it was revealed to me, revealed to him. And what revealed to him, revealed to me, is copying me. So he left Islam. So Muhammad is a fraud. He copied a sentence, doesn't fit with his claim that Allah is the only God. Just the guy, he said a sentence, he find it fit to close the verse. Because as you see, if you read in Arabic, you will find that Muhammad is adding, trying to make a rap. So teen, in Arabic, this is the easiest rap to make. You add to any word, certain letters like yin, and it's very easy. Khaliq, khaliqin, Kadib kadibin, sharib sharibin, akil akilin. Just add yin. Easy. Instead of make it one, it make it many. So the stupid Muhammad, he was looking for a word to close the thing, and the guy, he just mentioned it. So he added to the Quran, and now Islam became a joke and a mockery. Different verse in the Quran where Allah, he says, if Allah, he would like to take a wife, he will take it from us. Always we hear from the Muslim trying to duct tape the stupid Quran by saying, well, Allah, he says us or we, he meant like majestic. But this is even more stupid, because they are saying to us that it's fit more to Allah to call himself we more than I. But this doesn't mean Allah, he don't like to be one, he like to be many, at least by words. So he find himself not to fit for him to his value, you know, to be called I. So he say we and us. All right, let's see the verse so we can love. And there is no way they can say here this is about we as a majestic, because he's talking about taking partners as a wife or a son. And for sure the translation will change depending on the translator, but all of them, they lie. Remember that always. Muslims never share the truth about the religion. How do we wish to have to take a pastime? What is pastime? A son or a wife? Change the translator. Let us see. Another liar. Remember, all of them, they are the same. All of them, they lie. No matter who. Here is diversion. And the word in Arabic is lahu, which is a woman, and here it's lahu mean fun. Women for fun, for sex. I mean, this is how filthy, trashy this God is. Let us see Itani. Okay, let's see Yusuf Ali. Yeah, and if you read the interpretation, you will find it says, Allah, if he would like to take a son or a wife, he will take it from us. But he cannot now say that us mean me, because us is the other partner. But in order to use the word us, you know, that's mean there's many. And you will notice here the Muslim, they add things. The first thing you will notice, if you don't speak Arabic, that Muslims always, they add things is not in the verse. As an example, it says in Arabic, in English it says, I will take it from things nearest to us. Look how stupid this translation is. Things. Allah will take a partner from things. Things. Like what, a car? So when they try to fix it, it even get more stupid. What things? How Allah can take things as a partner? He will take a partner as a wife. She is a statues, cow, things. You know, things, we know what things mean. A man is not a thing. So they try to fix it, and they keep changing the translation, and they jump like monkeys from place to place because it is an embarrassment, you know. Oh, I moved to, I think this is German, maybe. Option Achshish Macht. Let us see. Let us see Shakura. Look, we just change the translation. Look what happened. There's no nearest to us. Where is the word nearest? And where is the word things? No, it's not. So we have made it from us. Like, what the heck? We have made it from before ourselves. What the heck is that? We just change the translator and we find totally different meaning. From nearest to us, things, and now from before ourselves. Can you make translation to Indonesian? Yeah, I can, but you know that will... what is the Indonesian language? Indonesian. I'm sure. I mean, if they lie in all those translation in English, why they will not lie in the Indonesian one? Indonesia, Persian. I think we have to go up, like Bahasa maybe. Where? Indonesian. Here we go. I don't know what it says there. You tell me. You know, since I had a fight with my second wife, because I took my wives from us, you know, the wives I have, so 5, 6 of them, and we have fight with them, and they hit me in the head, so I forgot Indonesian language. True story. So I don't know. Here it says, Sakarina kami kendak membuat Sasuki, no, not Sasuki, Sasutu, Bermanan. Yeah, Bermanan is very well known. I mean, we know him. Esther dan na anak. Tataluha, kimi mambatatuyanana. Okay? Now I will explain to you, because it's kind of confusing, because it's not your language and all of you are ignorant. I mean, we have to face it, the only one who knows everything here. So here it says, if Allah would like to take a wife or a husband, he would take it from us. Thank you very much. Come tomorrow. All right? I hope the translation is very accurate. And here when he say, and dar sisi is like, a girl, she is like a lousy, like sisi, she's sisi, like she walk like a sisi, talk like a sisi, she act like a sisi, she sleep like a sisi, yeah. So like sisi kami are like, those are friends, they always go together. And then I add there, and it says jika kami is like more horrible, like they are the kind who do gossip and say stuff, like hummus falafel. Did you hear what she said? I heard that she broke her nail. No way. Which one? So like those are stories. So I hope my tafsir ibn Kathir is correct for you in Indonesia. I mean, I have no idea what they are saying there, but I assume immediately that they are lying. Sisi mean beside. Oh, okay. So yeah, you know what? I'm very close. What I said Sisi is a lousy girl, right? Okay, beside. So what she do? She walk like in the side. Here we go. Sisi mean beside. I was close. Sometimes like you forget the word, man. Come on. I mean, come on. There's millions of words. How many will you remember? Yeah. So anyway, the Quran is full of stupid stories. If you go to that in tafsir, just to show you the stupidity, we don't want this verse. This is the verse when Muhammad received Al-Fatiha while he was doing poo-poo, But let us go to the other one where Allah, he want to take a girlfriend, and he want to take it from us. And what the Muslim they do, even they make it more horrible. They say that Allah, if wanted to take a girlfriend, he would take it from the angels. Have you ever heard of that? Or the virgins. If we wished to have a wife, you will notice not a single Muslim in the translation is saying the word wife. If they put it in translation. But in fact, in Arabic, it says lahu, which means a woman. It also means, say, the children. I mean, the Muslims are, you see how clear the Quran? It's also, some they say it mean wife, some they say children. Like, you stupid idiot. Okay, how Allah can have a son without having a wife? Isn't the Quran says, how can God have a son? How Allah can have a son, yet you don't have a girlfriend? Huh? And then you go here, you change to Al-Jalalain as an example, tafsir. And now the Muslim, they say to you, Christian Prince is lying. It doesn't say that, CP. Read with me. So, had we desire to find some diversion in which we provide diversion in the way of a partner or a child, we're talking about female, literally, we would have found it with ourselves from among the beautiful eyed houris. So, how the eyed houris are ourselves? That means the houris are gods. They are from the same kind of God. That's why he says ourself. He includes the houris as ourselves. He did not say from the houri, he said from ourselves. Do we have any Muslim here? So when a Muslim, he speak about logic, we laugh. I mean, you are a Muslim talking about logic, flying carpet, the ant, she get tempted by Solomon and he's sexy. The ant, she was touching herself, talking about him. a guy, he entered the miswak in his anus, so Allah made him deliver. He's a man, imagine. So Allah punished him and he made him deliver a baby after 7 months, and he have a shape of a mice or a rabbit, and he have an ass of a rabbit and head of a pig. I mean, what the heck is that? A Muslim talking about logic. A Muslim speaking of logic. How that can work, you tell me? Do we have any Muslim is illogical? So let us go now to talk about what Muhammad, Muslim, says. You know, if you ask the Muslim, if you search on the internet, say, where Muhammad he get his knowledge? Where Muhammad get his knowledge from? They will say to you, Allah. Okay. What Muhammad said is from Allah. What Muhammad said is from Allah. I want every single of you, when you have time, to share this video with your friends. Let people die laughing. And maybe you can add subtitle to your own language if you speak different language. Here you will see, the title is, why is sitting between the shade and the sun is forbidden? Remember, the Muslim is speaking about logic, why Jesus is God and why Jesus is not God. Correct? Why Jesus is God and why Jesus is not God. Muhammad told them things you cannot even imagine, and it's beyond stupidity. I'm just talking about logic. He told them, don't sit between the shade and the sun, for this is where Shaitan he sit. So the man is asking why it's forbidden to sit between the sun and the shade. The scholar said, and you can watch the video, he said, as an example, the Prophet, he said that Shaitan, he steep your nose. Did you feel it? No. Did you see it? No. But we believe. The Prophet said, don't walk with one flip-flap in your foot and the other one does not have a shoe. Why? Because Shaitan, this is how he walk. Did we see it? No. Did we feel it? No. But we believe. And now the Prophet said, don't sit between the shade and the sun. Did we see it? No. Did we feel it? No, because this is how Shaitan sit and do. But here you notice, how stupid is that? I mean, so what if Shaitan, he sat there and he do that? What does this have to do with me? And this is telling you, the man who the Muslim, they claim that he is speaking of God, is a fabricator. This is just a superstition, stupid stories they used to, you know, like in the old days, maybe very old people, they believe in it. But who in the world now want to believe in such a garbage? Because Shaitan, he said like that. And then to wear one shoe and the other foot that doesn't have a shoe. And don't eat with the left hand because Shaitan eat with you. And the one who is late for the prayer, he was Shaitan, he pee in his ears. All of this is in the video. I have the link down there for you. I'm not going to play it because they are flagging our videos for copyright. But you can watch the video and see how stupid this religion. So when a Muslim, he speak about logic and what is logical, what is not logical, we find that this is the most embarrassment religion and the belief to follow. All of it is superstition. Even when the man want to have sex with his wife, he have to say certain words. Allahumma jannibna shaytana wa jannib shaytana ma razaqtana. Otherwise, Shaitan will wrap himself around the penis of the man, and he will be doing the women during the intercourse, and then the sons will be the sons of Shaitan. So, when a Muslim speak about what is logical, what not, the Quran is full of stupid stories. And then the Muslim, he will tell you how God can be and what God cannot be. So God, he can take a partner from us, but God cannot be father and son. God cannot have a son. Why? Because he didn't have a girlfriend. But we don't believe that Jesus is a son of God because God, he have wife, her name is Mary. So Muslims are far away from honesty, copy-paste from each other. They have zero logic in their cult, but they try to practice logic on you. And their logic is very funny. And the logic is, I will take a verse from the Bible and I will quote only that verse. I will not accept the verse before it. I will not accept the verse after it, because that only verse I can serve me. Not only the whole verse, I will take half of it. Very hypocrite people, like their prophet. Do we have any Muslim? He did walk between the shade. He sat between the shade and the sun. Who wanna call us and tell us his experience? What will happen to you exactly if you do that? All right. Somebody's saying he's a Muslim. Let us see. We are calling him. Hello? Yeah, so you are a Muslim, my friend?
Let me.
I don't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, you are a Muslim?
Alhamdulillah, yes.
All right. I see that your name
I'm a convert.
Oh, you are a convert. What does that mean?
Well, a revert. Sorry, I reverted.
Ah, you reverted. Okay. But I heard you speak in Arabic.
Well, aren't you Arabic too?
Ah, okay. So as long as you learn Arabic too, can you speak to me in Arabic?
Aren't you Arab?
Yeah, an Arab. Yeah, I'm an Arab. Are you an Arab?
I am, yes.
Okay. How you said you are a convert?
Well, I reverted.
Okay, so you are an Arab or Christian, you became a Muslim.
Yes.
So if I ask you any question from the Bible, you know?
Yes, I studied a lot, yes.
All right, that's wonderful. So I'm going to ask you, as long as you're an Arab
And I
Christian,
also,
what is the... What?
I watched Tovia Singer a lot and Shabir Ali.
All right, that's wonderful. But as long as you are an Arab Christian, and your name is Jacob, what is your Arabic name?
Yaqub.
What that mean?
It's well, it's a Arabic translation from Jacob.
Oh, okay. It's an Arabic translation of Jacob. And who is Israel?
Israel Jacob.
Where you learned that
Another
from?
name for Jacob.
Where you learned that from?
I learned it from the Torah.
Where in the Torah it says
Jewish
who is
scriptures.
Jacob and who is Israel?
I don't have it by memory.
You don't have a... You said you study very well.
I studied it. Do I have everything memorized? No.
Ah, so you are a Christian who memorized nothing. I see. Okay, but I will let it go. No problem. So you said to me that
Not all
Jacob... I
Christians
will go in. No
memorize
problem. No
everything.
problem. You can say...
Do all Christians memorize everything?
My friend. No, you see, you are... You said I studied the Bible very well.
Christians
You
don't.
said, not me.
The reason why, can I tell you why I left Christianity?
No. I want to see how good you are, because now you
Sure.
said that you are a person who his name is Jacob and Jacob is Israel. So I ask you, where you learned that from? You said to me, from the Bible, from the Torah. Why you did not learn it from the Quran?
So the Bible is also something that in the Quran it says that we have to also obey.
No, this is not the question. I'm asking you, if I am now a person who want to learn about Islam, the Muslim, they keep saying to us that the Bible is not valid, and you said you want to tell me why you left Christianity. Is that because the Bible is valid or because it's not valid?
No, they're wrong. The Bible is valid.
Is valid. Okay. Isn't it the Bible? Okay, but isn't it the Bible says that Jesus is the Son of God and he have the power over the flesh and he forgives sin
But
And
also Isaac was the son of God. Solomon, King Solomon
yeah,
was the
but
son
there's
of God.
but you know that the verses in the Bible says you are only begotten
Israel
son.
is the son of
My friend,
God.
hold on. Yeah, but there's different. I can say now I'm a son of God too, children of God. We pray, we say
You
our
are.
Father.
Yeah,
Hold on,
we
hold
all
on,
are.
hold on. Don't play games. We pray, we say our Father art of heaven, and even the Quran says that the Christian they say they are the children of God and they are His beloved. So this is a statement all the Christian they use, but doesn't mean we are the son, the only son of God, begotten son. We are just a children of God because He's our provider, He is our maker. But in the Bible, we
Well,
have tons of verses. Hold on. We have tons of verses where Jesus said, I am God, and not only I am the Son of God, I am God's Son, the only one. Before we go live, a Muslim he quote for us chapter 17.
mm,
I don't know if you heard what I was saying.
no, I came in late.
All right.
What did you
This
tell
is a
him?
Muslim he quote for us. He said that he said that you are the only God. Do you know what chapter 17 saying in John?
What?
No, but you study the Bible very well. So it says here, now glorify me, my Father, in union with you, with yourself, in a glory which I had in union with you before the universe was.
And where was this again?
John chapter 17, verse number
So
5.
what? So I was a passionate Christian. I love Jesus with all my
I'm
heart,
asking you,
but
did
I
Jesus says
learned that
before the whole world exists, I'm exist?
exactly. So I'm about to tell you. So, but what I learned is that I love Jesus in a different way, in a sinful way, which is what the rabbi, singer, and Shabir Ali taught me through YouTube. The
Yeah.
reason why is because
Are you
there's
a troll? Are you a troll?
no,
Okay, I'm
no,
talking to
never.
you as a man. If you are
I
a troll,
want
I
to
will hang
learn.
up on you. I'm asking you.
No,
Does it say in
I
front
want
of
to
you?
learn from you.
Stop playing games. You say that the Bible is valid.
Of course.
Okay, so now Jesus saying, before the universe, I'm exist. Go ahead. Tell me how that work.
Exactly. So the thing is, there's so the New Testament have, out of all historical scriptures, the New Testament have the most manuscripts
This is not the
in
question. This is not
all
the question.
scriptures.
I want you to
So
speak to
I
me as a
think it
man, my
was
friend.
added.
I
It could
don't
have
I
been added.
care about how many. I'm not asking you to be the lawyer of the Bible now. So remember, you are a Muslim now. So when Jesus says, "Before all mankind were exist, I am exist," what Jesus is
But
talking about? I thought
yeah,
Jesus is just a
Jesus
messenger
is
of God.
saying before, just like before Abraham, I am.
Uh-huh.
He's basically so. There's two interpretations. It can be that the word that God put within Jesus' mouth has existed forever, which is true of all prophets, like even Prophet Muhammad, when in the Quran it says that God's word has been existing forever, like even before the
Okay, so
universe was
do you
created.
agree that Jesus only is God's word and Muhammad is not?
I believe that Musa, Muhammad, Jesus, they all were God's word.
Well, this is a lie.
Why is that a lie?
Okay, let us connect what you just said.
Because I realize
Hold on.
Christianity, they follow Paul more, not Jesus.
You said that Jesus said, hold on.
Paul.
Jesus said when he said before Abraham I am, he is speaking about himself as God word. But Jesus said that Abraham he saw my day and he rejoiced for it because he appeared to him in the Old Testament. Now, this is not just a word, this is the man who came to Abraham and
Where
Abraham
does it say
worshiped him.
that?
Hold on. Now, you said that you believe that Moses and Muhammad and Isa, all of them, they are the word of God. Show me where in the Quran it says that Muhammad is the word of God. Go ahead.
Well, in the Quran, it called Muhammad the spirit of truth.
I'm
And
not, see, my friend, I don't have time for kids. I'm asking you a specific question. Are you going to tell me he told us he's white, he's short, he's fat? I'm asking you, where in the Quran it says he is the word of God?
I don't know.
But you just said to me, no. What do you mean you don't know? You are the one who said to me that Moses, Muhammad, Isa, all of them, they are the word of God. Are you a guy who is
They're all
working in the
prophets.
grocery store and you put zucchini with the cucumber because all of them, they are green and you give it to them in one box? I'm asking you a question, serious question about your religion. Either you are a fraud, lying about what you believe, or you are telling the
No.
truth. Jesus only
But
is the word of God, or Muhammad too is the word of God.
So if you can answer this, then I'll come back to Christianity. But no, so far no one
You
has
see,
been
here we
able to
go.
answer.
You are saying.
No one has been
So
able
you
to
said to
answer.
me, hold on. I don't
So
want you to convert to Christianity because you've never been Christian. You're a liar. So here we
why
notice because you
would
do
you
not
say
know the
that?
Bible. You do not know the Bible, obviously, and you
Well,
are making your own
I
interpretation
know
for
more than
something.
most
Hold
people.
on. When Jesus says before Abraham, where you get this from? That he is the Word of God. Where you got this from?
Well,
That he how he meant that he was. Isn't it the Jews? They said to him, "How you can be? How you can be? How
but
Abraham he saw you,
I
yet you are not
understand.
50 years old." Did he say
But
to
what
them, "Oh, at that time as there was the Word of God"? So you are making things up. So I'm asking you now:
understand?
did
Okay.
Muhammad ever say he is the Word of God?
I need to study more about that. But there's
So you
manuscripts,
convert to
Greek
Islam, but you do
manuscripts
not
that
know what
prove.
religion mean.
Well, there's many. That's the thing. The only reason why I left Christianity is because there's manuscripts that prove that the church fathers have added or subtracted verses. If we compare all the ancient Greek manuscripts of the New Testament,
Okay.
there's literal proof that verses were taken out or substituted or added or even changed.
Well,
There's
that will be a
proof.
problem for you if this is true, because look what will happen. Your Quran says that this is
Well,
600
let's
years.
stick
Hold
with the
on.
Bible.
Let
Let's
us laugh
stick with the
together.
New
Let's
Testament.
laugh together. You are the one who mentioned it, so let's go. The Quran, chapter 2, verse number 89,
I
says,
know what you mean.
no, don't tell me you don't
It's
know what
not
you mean.
just that. There's
Hold
two
on.
things.
So
Yes.
Allah, he
It's
believed,
talking about the main
Allah.
message. The main message.
No, don't tell me main message. He
It's the
said,
main
what is
message,
with
not
them?
everything. It's the main message.
You are not being honest. It says, confirming and believing in what they process in their hands, between their hands. What main message? What are you talking about? Why you are making things up?
Well, it doesn't. Well, but in another verse it says that it was corrupted. It was
I don't care
changed for
about. No, we have
grievance.
many verses. Hold on.
We have
So
to take
does the
about the whole
verse,
Bible, the whole book.
does the verse says confirming what is with them, or it says some of what is with them?
It says confirm with what is of them, but you have to understand the Arabic language.
Well, hold on. You
With
said
the
you
Arabic,
understand Arabic. Read for me in Arabic.
I do know. Yeah, Ibn al-Kalb. I do know how to
He just
read
called me,
Arabic.
guys. He just called me the son of a dog. Isn't it your prophet? His last name is dog, Kilab.
Paul is a dog.
Okay, what
Paul,
if I show you right
follow
now?
Paul
Hold on.
more
You
than
see,
Jesus.
you
I
are a
follow
son of
Jesus.
Muta.
I
You
love
are a son of
Jesus
Muta
more
in
than
front of
you.
everybody.
Ya
If I
Kalb.
show you
Ya
now
Kalb.
that Paul,
Ya
you are a
Ibn
liar. You
al-Kalb.
claim to be a Christian.
Ya
You never
Ibn
been
al-Kalb.
Christian.
Imma
You never
kahba.
been
Imma
Christian.
takhba.
You are a
Imma
son of
kahba.
Muta,
Ya
and your
kahba.
mother,
Imma
she
kahba.
delivered you in the bar.
kahba.
Shut up. He start insulting because he is in the heat. Filthy. This is why you cannot trust a Muslim. They lie. They love to lie. Right now, you son of Muta, I will go to the Quran and I will read your book and you will see Paul is a messenger of God. This is how stupid you Muslims are. Trashy Arab boy. Your mother is the only one you know. You never know your father. Like Muhammad, he's born 4 years after his father. So he started insulting me because now we put him in the heat. Oh, they are saying some of it, and right away he jumped to Paul. But if we go and we search, we find that the stupid Abdul do not know that their stupid God and their stupid prophet and their stupid books keep saying that Paul was a wonderful man. In fact, it says that Paul became a Christian because Jesus made him blind. And he became a wonderful Christian. He become what? A wonderful Christian. This is your stupid book, son of Muta. Look at the screen. I cannot respect you. You insult my mother, you filthy. This is your stupid Ibn Kathir. Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya. Volume number 2, page number 119. Son of Muta, enjoy and read. You will see first the Muslim lies. Like remember when they say the Muslim, they say that Jesus was sent only to the Jews. That's what they say, right? Okay. But look what happened. Here it says that the disciple of Jesus, when they woke up in the morning, they found themselves speaking many languages. And I will use Google Translation. And Jesus, he sent them, each one of them into different direction. Some he sent to the Syrian land, which is Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Antioch, part of Turkey now, and to the east and to the west, which means the whole world. The Middle East, the east, and the west. So when they wake up in the morning, they found each one of them, he speak in different language. This is in your stupid book, and there he says, and then it's mentioned the names of the Bible from Luke and Matthew and Mark and John. But if we go down a little bit, we will see something more embarrassing for you, son of Mut'ah. Here it says that Paul, he went when he heard, وَلَمَّا سَمِعَ بُولُس أَنَّ الْمَسِيحَ. They don't even know how to say the name of the Messiah correctly, of Paul. When he heard that the Messiah, peace be upon him, was going to Damascus, he took his mule and he went to fight him. This guy want to fight over a mule, not a horse. And then he found him, or he met with Jesus in Kawkaba. So the stupid Muhammadan, not only they agree that Paul, he met Jesus. Hold on. Not only they agree, you are a convert, right? Yeah, but I did not study the Bible. I studied the Bible very well. Yeah. So not only Paul, he met Jesus, the stupid Muhammadan believe in Muhammad, that Paul, he met Jesus before even the crucifixion, and he saw him in Damascus, and he went to Damascus to kill him. And then when he met him in Kawkaba, which is before Damascus supposedly, and he met with the disciple of Jesus, an angel came to him and he hit his face by the edge of his wing and he made him blind. And then when he saw this happen to him, which means Paul, he became blind, his soul believed in the Messiah. And he came to him to apologize for what he did before, and he believed. And it was accepted from him. And then Paul, he asked him, can you please wipe my eyes so to give me vision again? So he did, and Allah gave him vision again. And then here it says, and then after that, وحسن إيمان بولس بالمسيح عليه السلام. So he became a perfect believer. And then there is a church built in his name. And this is the church is called the Church of Paul in Damascus. Let us use Google Translation so we can laugh at you, fake convert. Shame on you. You see, actually, when those people, they lie, it's additional proof that Islam is demonic, is satanic. You cannot deny that. Why he called and he say he is a convert, then he is a revert, and then he was an Arab Christian, and etc. And then the second he starts showing him the stupidity, he start calling my mother names. Read with me, and this is Google Translation. And this is the book of Ibn Kathir. This is not a Christian book. This is not a Hindu book. This is Ibn Kathir, the scumbag Ibn Kathir himself. This guy, he said, I take the ancient text without going into original language. You know what, I like it when a Muslim he says such a thing, like I don't go to the original language. So why your stupid Quran says that the original language of Jesus was the Injil, which is a Greek, while you Muslim you keep saying to us that Jesus was sent to the Jews? And why you Muslims accept to read the Quran in your language, which is English or Pakistani, Urdu, but you do not know Arabic? But I agree with you. In order to have a full understanding, you have to go in the original language. But all the Christians, our church father, they speak the original language. And until now, there's a lot of Christians, they speak the original language. Do you speak your original language? So you are being hypocrite. and you are denying that the Quran said, we never sent a messenger to any nation except in the tongue of his own people. So how Jesus was sent to the Jews, and his book is in a Greek language, and how Jesus was sent to the Jews only, as you see here, this guy in his comment, he said, Jesus was sent only to the children of Israel. It's in front of you. I don't believe in Jesus Christ as God. I have believed in him that he is the messenger of God only for Israel. But here we see your stupid Muhammadan book says that the disciple of Jesus, they've been sent to all the world, to the east, to the west, and they spoke many languages. They woke up in the morning, and each one of them is speaking different language. And where he sent them? He sent them a group to the land of Syria, group to the east, group to the west. That is the whole world. Maghrib is the west, east, and the land of Syria. This is the Middle East. So what's left? All the way to the east, all the way to the west, and the Middle East. And then those liars, they say, well, Jesus did not go, or was not sent to all mankind. And when we see someone like this guy speaking about the original language, well, did Muhammad speak the language of Jesus? Can he explain the Bible? Can he explain the Torah? So how your prophet Muhammad became the person who can explain to us what the book is saying? Yet he cannot even read his own book. Muhammad himself, according to Muslims, is illiterate. He cannot even read his name. And then the Muslims speak about knowing languages. And then when we ask them a question about their Quran, they say Allah knows best what he meant. Which means their Quran is a stupid Arabic language, because Allah in the Quran says, Allah, he made the Quran a clear Arabic. So if the Quran is a clear Arabic, why we need thousands of interpretation for a book, and at the end of the day, we say we do not know what it's meant. Either we know and the Quran is clear, or the Quran is not clear. Somebody saying, look, just to show you how you know, how silly. Your Pope died, your prayer did not work. Man, brother, my friend, your prophet is dead, and women, she killed him by poison like a rat from Walmart, $3 poison, and the prayer of Muhammad did not work. And then the Muslim did not bury him for 3 days. And then what Ibn Abbas said, idfinu sahibakum faqad antana kama antana al-bashar. So he bury him because he stink as all human beings stink. So Pope is a Pope, he's a man like us, who care? You are just a silly. You're pregnant. This guy is 96 years old. 96 years old, you idiot. What do you want him to live forever? It's you, Muslim, your prayer is not working. Did the prayer of Muhammad work when his children, they were sick and they die one after one? Did the prayer of Muhammad work when he was dying from poison? What is your prayer? Obviously, your prayer is not functioning at all. And not only that, when a Muslim, he gets sick, he go to the West. If he is rich, why you don't pray to Allah? And when he go to jail, like Andrew Tate, who became a Muslim, he hired a lawyer. What about Allah save him? I mean, the guy, he just converted to Islam, and he is a very famous pimp. He do not need a lawyer. He need Allah. He prayed to Allah. Allah will open the door for him right away. So when a Muslim, he speak about prayer, we laugh. Look who is talking about the prayer and the power of prayer. Well, I forgot he is a Muslim. He believe if you say Alhamdulillah 100 times, Allah erase his sin. Well, if you say Alhamdulillah 100 times, can your mother come out from the hospital, or you need to take the vaccine from the kuffar? If you go to the surgery room, are you going to use the stitches which is made from pork, which is haram? Why you don't pray to Allah to close your wound? But I am happy that this guy he called, claiming to be is a convert, claiming to be an Arab Christian, and then he do not know what he is talking about, and he got himself busted. Did you pray today? Yes, my friend, I pray every day. Before I go on live, I say, oh Lord, let me spank Muhammad with my 5 fingers, but keep them clean. I just reveal my prayer. Please don't tell it to anybody. Did you pray today? You Muslim, do you pray? You Muslim, you don't pray. You call Allah 5 times a day. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ahdina siratal mustaqim. Ameen. 5 times a day you repeat the same stupid thing. What is the prayer? And to make it more funny, it's not even your prayer. This is what Allah said. So imagine you call somebody, he said something, and you say to him what he said 5 times a day. How in the world this is a prayer? And how Allah, he said, praise be to Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, and then he continue, the king of the day, and then he says again, the most merciful. Like, what the heck? You just said that. Why you are repeating the same thing? Didn't you just say the most? Look at this fast translation. I mean, who is this guy who translated? Ahmad Ali. This guy, I think he got his translation from Andrew Tutu. Huh? Look at this. Everyone he have different translation, totally different meaning, different words. They are confused even with the word Allah, Ar-Rahman. What Allah mean, they do not know. I challenge any Muslim actually right now just to show you how stupid this religion is, to tell me what Allah mean. They don't know. Who's a Muslim can tell me? Tell me what Allah mean. I will release Andrew Tate from jail. I have connection in Romania. What say you? Huh? Where you are? I can see you, yes. This guy here wanna see me. She is a Muslim girl. My friend, I'm not available, sorry. I have only 4 wives. You need to wait until I divorce one of them, and you know, and then I will call you. But maybe you will be available if I am interested in muta. Can I see you? Silly. Trust me, you don't want to see me. You will make poop on your pant if you see me. All of you Muslim men, you make a threat, empty threat. I am here, spanking your God, and nobody show up to me to say what he say or who he claim. Can I see you? Like, suppose he is the hero, you know, like, can I see you? Yeah, come see me. Let us see if you're a man. Do you think someone like me will fear someone like you, all of you together? If I have fear, I will not be here. Potato. Do we have any brave Muslim who can tell us who is Allah? And not to forget, brother, don't sit half in the shade and half in the sun, because Shaitan, he sat there. And brother, Shaitan, he pee in your ears, sleep in your nose. And brother, watch the video and die laughing. The Muslims are going to call us to teach us our belief. And I became a Muslim. Why? Because Islam is very more convincing. Why? Because Shaitan, if you walk one flip-flap in your right shoe and the other one does not have a flip-flap, this is how Shaitan walk. Man, that is wisdom. That is a wisdom. Watch this video. I challenge any Muslim to watch this video and call me and tell me how in the world you believe in this garbage. Shaitan piss in your ears, Shaitan sleep in your nose, and the guy in the video, he says, okay, the Prophet says Shaitan sleep in your ears. Did you see him? No, but we believe. Shaitan, he piss in your sleep in your nose. Did you see him? No, but we believe. The Prophet said that Shaitan, you know, he said when he walk, don't walk like wearing one shoe and the other feet doesn't have a shoe, because this is how Shaitan walk. And look, if you ask yourself, let us say for the sake of argument, I mean, why Shaitan is walking with one shoe? Hey, Shaitan. We discover from the genius Muhammad that Shaitan, he walked with one shoe. Where Muhammad, he get this information from? From Allah. And then a Muslim is trying to convince us that he have a God and he have a religion. I thought about it, by the way. I mean, why Shaitan, I wish I can play the video for you with die laughing. You know, why Shaitan he walk with one shoe? You know what? Maybe in the Satan supermarket they sell only one shoe. They don't sell two. It's like a habit, you know, like this is the tradition, you know, like they don't like to wear two shoes. Why Shaitan even wearing shoes? And let us say, for the sake of argument, if there's any argument, it's very funny. If Shaitan he wear one shoe, what that would have to do with me? Why, if I walk wearing one shoe, that is dangerous? Any Muslim with his genius prophet logic can tell us. So they question you, how is Jesus can be God? Okay, where Jesus now is in heaven. Okay, did Jesus make the blind see? Yes. Did he make the dead man come from there? Yeah, but Allah gave him permission. Okay, but this means Jesus, he can't do it. Permission, not permission. This is your claim. By the way, I don't have any shoe now in my feet. Show it to me where Jesus, he said, God is a three. Show me to me in the Quran the word Tawheed. I will go with you. Where we can find in the Quran the word Tawheed? Nobody. Nowhere. But we can show you, yes, in the Bible where Jesus, he mentioned that many times. Isn't it Jesus, he mentioned that I will leave with you the Spirit? Isn't it Jesus, he mentioned my Father and I am the Son? Isn't it God, he said, when he created the whole earth and the heaven, his spirit was above the water? This is my book, my friend. Your book is stupid. Your God in the Quran, he says, my spirit was the Muslim. What does spirit mean? They say this is in Jibreel. But then, if Jibreel is a spirit, then he is not an angel. Because the Quran says the day where the angels and the spirit, they will stand in ranks. And here you ask yourself, spirit, they will stand in ranks? It's one spirit. What ranks? The Arabic is so clear. It says ar-ruh, one spirit. How ranks? And then the Muslim, they add between two brackets, because the Quran is a stupid book, they add Jibreel. التوحيد في القرآن قل هو الله أحد. My friend, that is the most stupid answer ever, because the word Tawheed mean unifying, does not mean one. So you just prove that your God Allah is not one God, because in Arabic, and the guy who called me, he speak Arabic, he knew what Tawheed mean. Tawheed mean unifying, not oneness. So you Muslims and your prophet, you are using the wrong word. Go teach your prophet some Arabic. Secondly, you said to me, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Let us go to the verse and die laughing. If I ask you now what the word ahad mean, what you will say? What you will say? You will say one. False. I will type the word ahad in the front of your eyes, and I will show you the word in all over the Quran. The word ahad in the Quran appear at least 29 to 30 times. Always appear as one of. Ahad. One of. Ahad. One of. You can open each verse you see in the screen. Check them out. Ahad. One of. Ahad. One of. Ahad. One of. Ahad is one of. So when you say قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, you just said Allah is one of many. So go and learn Arabic before you open your mouth and you speak to me. If we go now and open the Quran, it says here, any verse you want, you know, any verse. لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. We don't differentiate between any of his messengers. Do you see it? This is what ahad mean. Between any and another. So ahad does not mean one. Now if we go to the Quran where it says قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ Allahu Samad, we will die laughing. Why? Because Samad mean the empty. And there was an idol in the Kaaba. His name is As-Samud. If you don't believe me, open Ibn Kathir and die laughing. Allah is As-Samud. And then the Muslim, they add between brackets things does not exist. Allah As-Samad. As-Samad? What the heck? Self-sufficient. He is a solar. Have you ever heard of such a description for God? Self-sufficient? Who is a Muslim can call me and tell me what self-sufficient mean? They try to fix it, they make it a blind. Allah is a self-sufficient. What does that mean? You see, when you say self-sufficient, that means you have needs. But your need is satisfied locally. Do you see, guys, the stupidity? Self-sufficient, that's mean you have needs and your need is provided locally within you. But that's mean you have needs. Isn't you Muslim? You say God do not need, have no needs, but you just said he is self-sufficient. So Allah wanna eat, he eat from himself. Allah wanna drink, he drink from himself. Allah wanna from himself. And then the story get even more stupid, because when we go in the language, we find that the word samad is coming from the word masmuda, which mean the empty hole, or a jar which is empty and there is a hole in it. There's a hadith, only one God. Hold on. Allah finger, only one God. Christian Prince, speak to me in Arabic. My friend, you are not making sense. I don't know, you are making sense because you just gave Allah a finger, and that make you are giving a lot of sense. I never saw people give God finger except the Muslims. But I do, but not for, not to praise him, but you Muslim, you give him finger every day. So no, Allah one. Okay, what Allah one? One what? Listen carefully to the question. And I challenge any Muslim, he have a brain, from a brain of a chicken to the brain of a rooster. This is the maximum. To tell me Allah is one what? Any Muslim can tell me? Because if you read in Arabic, it says, you said, Allah is one. Allah is one what? You have to continue. You have to say one car. You have to say one God. You have to say one chicken. So who is the one who wrote this Arabic? Shouldn't he say Allah is one what? Just to show you the stupid Arabic. Allah, he said, say Allah is one what? You cannot stop. Okay, hold on. Just to show you, a Muslim, he is copying from the Quran, and he said this. This is why people who call me every day, they leave Islam. Because the Quran not only doesn't make sense, it's made by an idiot. Read with me. Ilahukum ilahun wahid. Who is talking? Allah. Okay, how Allah he say your God, Allah is one God, if he is the one who is talking? And your Allah is one Allah. Hummus. Allah saying to them, your Allah is one Allah. So who is talking? Can you help me, please? Your Allah is one Allah. And there is no Allah beside Allah. What a stupid religion. And then we find that the Quran saying that Allah, he took Shahada. Allah, he converted to Islam, and he witnessed that there is no God but Allah. And not only that, if we read the Bible, we see that Jesus, he said to the one who cannot walk, he says to go and your sin is forgiven. How Allah he forgives sin? Look at this. Let me show you so we can laugh. Have you ever heard of a God, he says, may Allah forgive your sin. May Allah give you victory. May Allah do this to you. Look how many verses. Asallahu. Asallahu. Maybe Allah. Who's talking? Allah. Maybe Allah will forgive them. Chapter 4, as an example. Let us read this one. Chapter 4, verse number 99. I love it, man. There is hope for Allah to forgive them. What the heck? Look at the translation. In Arabic it says asa, which means maybe, we wish for. But look, who is talking? Allah. How Allah say such a thing if he is God? Maybe Allah will forgive them. Look. The God is talking, making a wish. Today is Allah's birthday and he's making a wish. They brought the cake for him and he closed his eyes and now he is going to blow at the candles. And then he says, okay, make your wish, Allah. Okay, it may be Allah will burden you and forgive you. What? Maybe Allah? Allah asking Allah to forgive you? No, this is not about guarantee. This is about stupidity. What guarantee? Because if Allah is the one, you see, if I am the one who's talking and I say to you, may Allah, that makes sense, no problem. But the one who's talking is Allah. And guys, look how Saeed he explained. He says, this is how Allah he speak about himself. But this is stupid. What do you mean? You should say, may Allah. Allah is wishing you to be forgiven. Allah is making a. You said to me, Allah he speak about him this way. What do you mean he speak about? He's not speaking about him, but he said he's speaking about forgiving. May Allah forgive you. Allah making a wish to whom? So the one who created the Quran, he always speak without switching. Muhammad, he have no switch. You put Muhammad in the laundry machine, he cannot get out. He do not know how to push the bomb to stop it. So he forget to switch. So he continues saying, as if he is forgetting that he should switch from the second person to the first person. The one is talking is Allah. Can Allah forgive sin or not? If Allah can forgive sin, why Allah saying may Allah forgive you? Allah making wish to who? And just to show you guys, just to show you how Islam is stupid. Thank you, Saeed, for what you said. Priceless. Guys, read with me what Saeed he said. Saeed said that when Allah he say we, this is royal. Have you ever heard of a stupid religion like this? So the God of Islam, this is what Saeed is saying to us, he is not satisfied with being I am your God, Allah. So he feel insecure, unsatisfied. Remember the Muslim, they say Allah is self-sufficient. But Allah obviously is not self-sufficient. He look in the Arabic language for words to make himself multiply. So Allah multiply himself by using a language so he can feel better. I doesn't help me. I feel lonely. So I say we. Royal Allah, he became a prince in England, you know. Allah, God, he need a letter or a word to make himself royal. But in case you do not know, when the royal they say we, they are speaking in the name of the nobles, not only the king. For the king is chosen by the noble. So when the king he say we, he meant all of us. I am the king and you the noble, we order this. So you are giving me a very false, stupid answer. You are not speak like a man. Allah, he do curse, ignore, my friend. Allah, he say he can do everything. I don't know if you are using Google translation. I never heard of, I don't know what you are talking about. But look, my friend, look what you said. You mentioned to me another reason for people to leave Islam. You said Allah, he cursed the ignorant. Okay? Curse ignorant. Okay. Why Allah wanna curse the ignorant? Isn't it Allah is the one who made them ignorant? Why he wanna curse them? The most stupid religion ever proven in front of us. Now look what you just said. You are not speak like a man. Allah, he do curse, ignore, my friend. Allah, he say he can do everything. Prove it. Here we go. Let me prove to you Allah cannot do anything. Your God Allah, he threatened the Christians. And his time, if they don't believe in Muhammad, Allah will erase their faces. Allah will do what? Erase their faces. The Christian, they laugh. Muhammad, he says, yeah, Allah will erase your faces if you don't believe. Rush, rush, believe in me. The Christian, they laugh at him. They gave him some flip-flap. Chapter 4, verse number 47. What the Quran says? Oh, into whom the scriptures have been given, believe in what has revealed, confirming which you process. Remember, the Muslims, they say that our Bible is corrupt. But the verse in front of us says, confirming what you possess. Do you see it? Confirming what you possess. This is 600 years after Jesus. Before we destroy the countenance, so as you confound them or curse them, as we curse the people of Sabbath. By the way, this is false translation. If we change the translator, this is Big Tal. Change to different idiot. Let us see Muhammad Hilali Khan, peace be upon him. So the God of Islam, he threat the Christians. He will erase their eyebrows, their eyes, and he will make their face in the back of their head. By the way, I cannot see you because now my head, my face in the back of my head. Okay? When I sit in the front of the, imagine guys, like your face in the back. This is exactly what he said. Before we efface faces by making them like back of the neck without nose. By the way, everybody, hello. This is the Christian Prince speaking to you. I'm sorry, I lost my nose because Allah, he cursed me. And yes, I lost my mouth too. Because Allah, he read my mouth and my mouth in the back of my nose. And Allah is always, he can do everything, brother. Allah, he can do everything. Here we go. And he said the same as we did to the people of the Sabbath. What he did to the people of the Sabbath, he made them pigs and monkeys, which means this is not a threat about the judgment day. This is now. By the way, Allah, can you take my nose away? I mean, sometime, you know, I mean, we Arab, we have a nose of an elephant. I'm worried about if I get married, how I can even kiss my wife. I mean, I'm going to poke her eye. My nose is almost smaller than the nose of a Prophet Muhammad. Little bit smaller, like only maybe 8 inches smaller than the Prophet nose. So Allah, he curses us, and the Christian, they laugh, and they say to us they have a God. And then Sa'id in Arabic is saying, thanks to Allah, I never bow down to an idol. You bow down to an idol every day. Isn't it the black stone is a black stone of a vagina? Aren't you praying in the direction of the black stone? Aren't you Muslim go and run between the Safa and the Marwa, which was the shrine of the pagan before Islam, where a woman and a man, they have statues because they have sex in the Kaaba? Is it true that people used to have sex inside the Kaaba? And then the people, they made the statues for them? This is all in your book. Alhamdulillah. But isn't it your prophet, he bowed down when he received the satanic verses and he said, wasajada wasajadu? And the prophet, he bowed down, and the pagan, they bow down with him. So a Muslim is so proud about what? I have no idea. I have no idea. Muslims, very proud people. About what? Allah knows best. Who is the next victim? Anyone? And by the way, right now I'm sitting between the shade and the sun because this is what Shaitan he said. Isn't it obvious this man Muhammad is making fun of you? Flying carpet, Suleiman have genies, they dive for him, you know. Yeah, and the children of Adam, brother. Oh boy. The children of Adam. Do you know what the children of Adam did? They were fighting together. The two sons of Adam, they fought because both of them, they want to have a wife which is not the one who have a cross eyes. Where it is say 6 in Kaaba in Quran. I didn't say it says 6 in the Kaaba in the Quran. This is your book, the Tafsir. As-Safa and Al-Marwa is the shrine of the pagan. When Al-Ansar, they came to Muhammad, they said to him, we want to practice As-Safa and Al-Marwa. The Muslims, the other Muslims, they say, oh, we should not do that because this is the shrine of the pagan. Then Muhammad, he don't want to lose those group, so he said, oh, you know what, As-Safa and Marwa is from the Sha'ir of Allah, is from the shrine of Allah, ritual of Allah, so practice it. But everybody knows that those are the shrine of the pagan. Let us go to Tafsir, because you might say I'm making things up. Chapter 2, verse number 158. I know what you will say. You say, doesn't say that, CP. Here we go. I will show it to you in the front of your eyes. I'm not anything I say to you. I will show it to you on the screen. From your books, from your Islamic websites. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain, and this is the website, the official website of the government of Jordan. And remember, the king of Jordan, he claimed that he is descendant from Muhammad, brother. All right? So the Muslims, they rejected to pray between the Safa and Marwa. They refuse it. Why? Because this was the pagan shrine. This is Al-Jalalain, and this is Ibn Abbas, and tell me which one you want, and we can go and read Asbab al-Nuzul. So those people, they Safa and Marwa in front of the idols were placed there. This is your book. And the pagan, they used to go between them. It's in front of you. It was a pagan custom. Do you see it? And they go and they walk exactly as you walk today, and they walk around them between the Safa and Marwa. And you are doing exactly the same. If we go to Al-Jalalain, we will see more details. If we go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul, which means the reason for the verses to come, you will see hilarious story. It says here that they used to avoid to go between As-Safa and Marwa. When Islam came, they asked Allah Messenger, okay, can we do that? Should we do that? A group of the Muslims, they want to do that. A group of Muslims, they don't want. Why? Because this is the shrine of the pagan. So it says here, they used to make a Hajj to Manat, and they were forbidden from going between As-Safa and Marwa. Then when they went to do Hajj again with Allah Messenger, Allah blessed him and gave him peace, they mentioned this to him. And then Allah, he revealed this verse. But let's continue. What the problem here? It says that they come to Muhammad and they said, Ibn Malik, he said, Anas ibn Malik said, we dislike going between As-Safa and Marwa because they were the shrine of Quraysh in the pre-Islamic period. Pagans. We dislike doing it. Muhammad, he lied to them. He told them we don't want to follow the pagan no more. But he approved As-Safa and Al-Marwa. And what is the Safa and Marwa? Continue reading with me. It was abandoned them in Islam. And then Allah revealed the verse, says, oh, it's not a sin to do it. Because Muhammad the hypocrite, he don't want to lose those group Arab who practice this always. They used to it, they like it. And then you will see that the people of the book claim, which means the people exist before Muhammad there, that those two idols, it's called, one is called, it says here actually, before the book, the later said, there was on Al-Safa an idol in the form of a man called Esaf, and in Marwa an idol called a woman, her name is Naila. The people of the book claimed that those two had committed adultery in the Kaaba. Do you see it? This is religion of Allah. This is religion of God. Pagans, black stone kissers going around the stone. There's a big sheikh, but very well known. His name is Al-Qaradawi. He said, well, this is our religion. We go and we bow in the front of a stone. We go around the stones and we pray in the direction of a stone. And when we fight shaitan, we throw stones. You like it, you like it. This is how it is. And look what Love is saying to me. He said, may Allah guide you, you lost donkey. I don't know what I will say to you, but I don't know if you know that the wife of the Prophet, which was the wife of his son, her name is Zainab bint Jahsh, which means the daughter of the donkey. So if you think you are insulting me by calling me donkey, then you tell me why your prophet, his last name is dog, and his wife last name is donkey. Isn't it her name is Zainab bint Jahsh? I know, you will say at that time it was okay to call yourself donkey. But now you are insulting me. Same time you are saying to me, may Allah guide you, you stupid idiot. Don't you know that everything happened is a destiny? Which means Allah misguide me already? Which means it's stupid to believe in Allah? Isn't it your prophet, he said, that people before they are created, Allah decide the bad deed they do, the good deed they do, everything they do. So how Allah will guide me? And don't you know that the Quran says, how you can guide the one who Allah misguide? What before he died? Here we go. Guys, he said, no, Allah will guide you before you die. You are an idiot. There's a child. He died. And Aisha, she went to the funeral. When she come back from the funeral, she said to Muhammad, this child will be happiness for this child. He will be in heaven. He's an infant, little baby. Which makes sense. I mean, he did not commit sin. And she continues saying, because he did not reach the age where he can do sin. He never did evil. Look what Muhammad said to her. Shut up, Aisha. Allah, he made the people of hell before they are born, when they are in the backbone of their fathers. So he said to her, it might be otherwise. Other what? Otherwise. What otherwise? There's options, yes. Either heaven or hell. So Aisha, she suggests that he will go to heaven because he's a baby. You said to me, Allah will forgive to you before I die? This is the baby. He never did anything. Yet he will not go to hell. This is why we say Islam is a stupid religion. You believe, you don't believe, it's a destiny. Look, even the baby, he commit no sin. He is a son of a Muslim family. Yet he will go, he might go to hell. So why anyone want to believe in such a crazy religion? Do we have any brave Muslim? Instead of crying and bullying, you know? All right. Anyone? Instead of telling us to stop, what about you call us and you confirm to us how smart you are? I like to learn from you. And you can lie to me. You can tell me you're an ex-Christian, you wisdom. You know, actually, once a Muslim, he claimed, brother, they brought somebody to a chat room in Paltalk. And this person, he speak Egyptian. He claimed that he was the Pope of Rome. He was what? The Pope. But we never had an Arabian Pope. And this was just not long time ago. And he said that he converted to Islam when he was in the Vatican. Brother. And the Muslim in the chat, they were going crazy. Allahu Akbar. Brother, invite your friends. The Pope of the Vatican, he became a Muslim. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And then he said, once the Catholic, they entered to his room and they found him praying to Allah like Muslims. So they took him and they tied him up and they brought 7 lions. And they put him in the middle of the square of the Vatican. And the brother, they ordered the lions to beat this Muslim brother who is the Pope, who became a Muslim, with their tails. It's very well known that the Vatican use lions to beat you. And the Muslims are going so crazy. Takbir, mashallah, brother. You suffer a lot, brother. Allah may Allah reward you, brother. And Muslims like, yo, mashallah, mashallah. And you did not leave, you know, brother, you stay as a Muslim, mashallah. Drama. And then the guy continue. And then they took him and they jailed him inside a room, under a room, under a room. So nobody will see him again. And then he opened the toilet seat and he went through the sewage. And the Muslims going crazy. MashaAllah, brother, you went in the dirt to save yourself. You went through a lot of pain. May Allah reward you and grant you more virgins, blah, blah. And then he kept going, and he found himself in Egypt. Brother, there's a sewage connected between the Vatican under the sea to Egypt. He kept going. So Muslims always they lie. Always. Nobody can make stories up as they do, like their prophet. Once there was a guy in Paltok. Every day they have a woman taking Shahada. All of them, they are women. And the woman, she is from Asia. Asian. One day, suddenly, a woman, she opened a chat room and she is asking for her money. And people start coming to see what's happening. She said, I have all the recording conversation between me and him, promising me that he will pay me, etc. money for every woman I bring just to say Shahada. And she is a Muslim, she is Indonesian. So this woman, she was providing him fake Shahada. In return, he will pay her because he can collect donation. Every day, there's a new woman coming from Asia. Suppose she is a Christian. She's a Christian nun. Sometimes they're a Christian nun. Sometimes they are a Christian, etc. I mean, all kinds of Christians. Then she said, he have to pay me. He owe me already thousands of dollars. I brought him a lot of women. Until now, he pay me just little. This is what the Muslims do. Remember, in the Quran says you can pay those who don't like Islam to convert. We informed about the jinn. Who informed you about the jinn? Okay, you Muslims, you don't, when you speak about jinn, I find it very, very funny. But isn't it your prophet? He said, do the jinn ride your prophet? Is it true that according to Islam, the jinn are black African and they are tall and they rode your prophet? Jinn, what jinn? This is a superstition religion full of fictions, flying carpet, genie. Okay, let us talk about the genie. Brother, I have genie who die for me, and they get me jewelries from the ocean. Have you ever heard of such shaitan? Satan's, their job is to dive in the ocean. Are they using oxygen balls or what? Who is a Muslim can help me? How Satan is diving in the heaven, in the ocean to bring jewelries to Sulaiman? And now we know why Sulaiman was rich, because the shayateen, the Satan brother, they go and jump in the water, tick, 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 and they jump like they were ducks. And they jump in the ocean and they go deep, 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 and they grab the jewelries to Sulaiman. It's in front of you. And then a Muslim, he want to teach us about science and logic. And he want to tell us what is logical. Flying carpet in the verse before it. And, by the way, the one who disobeyed Sulaiman, he put him in jail from shaitan. Look, he have a jail for shaitan. He have a jail full of shaitan. Any shaitan disobey him. He did not wash dishes. He did not make salad. Like some of them, they build. Some of them, they dive. Some of them, they do fishing. Some of them, they make salad. Some of them, they clean the pants of the underwears of Sulaiman. And if any one of them did not do his job right, Sulaiman, he will put them in jail. That's deep. This is your religion. This is your book. Can you tell me I'm lying? And if you read the interpretation for these verses, you will die laughing. I mean, what about you saying there was dolphin diving for Sulaiman? We can let it go. Shayateen, they carry dirt for Sulaiman. Shayateen is the one who built the temple of Sulaiman. Shayateen, the one who built the temple, according to Islam, is Shayateen, Satan's. This is Islam. And then we find that the Zot, which is supposedly African tall men, they rode Muhammad and they were totally naked, and they rode him all day long to the point Muhammad, he could not move no more. Did we have a good time? Well, we are trying to come here as much as we can. Don't forget to subscribe and then unsubscribe and then subscribe, because Allah double your reward. If you subscribe to a Christian, Allah will take one deed from your account. But if you subscribe and unsubscribe, Allah will double your deed, which means you will win 2 deeds instead of 1. So this way, you can always win by subscribing and unsubscribing. Genius, Muhammad. The easiest way to make your account full of deeds, good deeds. Anyway, do Christian men get 72 pure houris in Jannah? No, Christian heaven is nothing. I mean, this guy Saeed is proud that his God Allah is a pervert, and he's trying to tempt them by vaginas. And my friend, according to your prophet, the Muslim, when he have sex with the virgins, which I find it very funny to say virgins, because how they are virgins and Allah is there. And we just showed you that Allah will take them as partners for sex. But we will go with you. Those virgins, according to Muhammad, when you have orgasm, the orgasm alone will be 70 years. The orgasm alone is 70 years. Let me use my calculator. So if you slept today with Fatima, if you slept with her, I'm not going to measure how long you are going to sleep with her, because the orgasm usually is going to be very short compared to the, the time you spend with the women, right? I mean, the orgasm is the shortest thing. but it is going to be 70 years. But look what happened, brother. MashaAllah. As long it is 70 years, the orgasm. All right? 70 years. You have 72 women, as you said in the screen. Let me make it big so everybody can see. 72. Pure. 70 years for orgasm, just orgasm. With each, we have 72. That will make it X72. That means you will come back to the same women after 5,040 years. So what's the point of having 72? Any Abdul can answer? Guys, do you see the stupidity? A Muhammadan, he have sex with the women, the virgin, and he will spend 70 years doing orgasm. But he have 72 women. Okay. Now, what is the point of having 72 if I will not get the number 71 until 5,000 years later? And not to forget to mention that all of them, they look the same. So what the point of 72? All of them, they have the same name, the same height, the same face, the same voice, the same words. So 72, what you got? You got nothing. It's the same girl. Let me show you how Muhammad is a fool. 72. I'm typing in Arabic. 72, brother. X, brother. 70, brother. Are you with me, Muhammadan? Just, brother, focus with me, focus with me. Do you want me to make it to you in red because, you know, this is a red topic? Let me make it in red. Hold on, sorry. I mean, this is very red, especially if there's a lot of blood here. Virgins and virginity and losing their virginity. You know what I'm saying? You know? All right. So now, 70 x 70, brother. Now, the total is, guess what the number, brother? 5,040 years. What is the equal? Equal. 5,040 years. You will come back to the same women which you have sex with her first time. Remember, we are calculating only the orgasm, not the whole sex. Not the whole sex. That's just the orgasm. So, what a stupid religion. So now Allah, He promised you 72, and you will arrive to them after 5,040 years. Keep waiting, Saeed. And Saeed, my brother, we go to visit Saeed in heaven. Saeed is holding his jalabiya, he's holding his thobe in his mouth, and he is saying, Takbir, hey Saeed, assalamu alaikum. He cannot talk because he's holding his dress in his mouth, the Arabian dress, because they will wear Arabian clothes. They cannot wear a suit or short. Haram. So Saeed cannot answer. We go to Zakir Naik. We knock at the door of Zakir Naik. Hey Zakir, Christian Prince, I am having orgasm. Come later. I come like 2 years after. Zakir Naik, are you there? I want to talk to you, man. Christian Prince, I'm still having orgasm. Okay, I come 10 years after. 12 years after, 15 years after, Zakir Naik is still having orgasm. 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 50 years, 55 years, 60 years, 70 years. Christian Prince is holding a stick and he can't even walk no more. I come to him, Zakir Naik, can I talk to you, brother? Christian Prince, I just finished orgasm. What do you want? Because I started the new one. This is a religion? Brother, I am so convinced. And the Muslim is so proud. We will get 72, brother. What you will get? You will get 72 idiots. Just wait. 72, huh? I mean, you are really very illusionate people. 72? Guys, I cannot stay long because I have to go. I have 72 waiting for me. You know, I'm not sure, by the way, if they are 72 or 71 because one of them, her battery is off. So I'm not sure really, but we will see which one is working, which one is not. You know the thing, made in China. What you expect, you know? So like, you know, some of them, by the way, they work by solar system. But these days we have a lot of cold and weather, you know, bad weather. So we don't have really solar. So I think all of them, they are now, they cannot even, honey, any one of you is awake? Nobody can answer, sorry, because the solar is not working. Too much cloud and snow and cold and freezing and breezing, you know. But Allah is all capable. Look what Allah is capable of. Allah is capable to make you have orgasm of 70 years. I mean, do you see the capability of Allah? Who can do that? Only Allah. Yeah, and the only religion who promised you banana in heaven is the Islam. CP is defending himself, but he does not even have his original book, only in English. Who has more stable ground than Muslims or CB? Brother, you hit me in the heart. I don't know now what to say. I think it's time for me to leave, Muhsin. So Muhsin, he said that the Christian, they don't have the original book. Who is the one who have the ground? But the fact is, the Muslims don't have a page of their book, not even a single page of the Quran. What they have is something they claim to be recitation according to, starting from Hafs, which the Muslims accuse to be a thief. So when you say that, Mr. Muhsin, look what you did to your God, because your God said he agreed with the book we have between our hand. Our hand. So you are saying to us that your God Allah is a liar. Shall I show you tons of verses in the Quran? Let us go back to the one where Allah, he says, he will erase our eyes and our nose. I like this verse. Read with me. Brother, I'm thinking to make you an admin in heaven, because you will be the one who watched the versions, so they will not cheat on you. That's why the Quran says, no genie, no man did if them. I mean, have you ever heard of religion? They are worried that somebody slept with them in heaven before they come. Look at your silly Quran. Confirming what is already with you. Chapter 4, verse number 47. Your stupid Quran confirm what is already with us, but you says we don't have any with us. What's wrong with Allah? I think Allah, he made this when he was drunk. Or maybe the Christians or the Jews, they put a spell on Allah. Guys, do you remember the Muslim guy who I put a spell on him? Who remember him? He started laughing. I just wait. I put a spell on him. جنكحوت فكحوت خرططوت وخرططوت stupid أخطبوط. Oh boy. Anyway, guys, I better go before Allah, he erased my face and my nose. Especially I have a very, very nice face. Hey, Allah, please erase my face. I beg you. I mean, at least, finally, I can look at the mirror. Please, I don't want to pay for it, man. If you can do it for me for free, I will be so grateful. Hey, listen, if you are a person don't look good, and you are a Christian, don't pay for a surgery. Allah will erase your face for free. You have a big nose? Allah will take it. You like to see in your back so nobody can stab you? Here we go. Allah will make your face in the back. So beautiful. It must be true. The same when Allah, He promised that the Muslim who drink wine and dance, Allah will make them pigs and monkeys, and we are still waiting. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. One day we will wake up in the morning and we will find Andrew Tete, who is drinking every day and doing porn in the shanty, and he is smoking cigarette and he is listening to music. Allah will make him pig, okay? Man. This guy, he was threatening everybody around him, trying to scare them. He think we are kids. If you go in the corner, there is a beast, he will eat you. Okay, mom, I will not go far away, okay? Good boy. This is Muhammad. This is your prophet. Read and love. This is your religion. Did you see how the Muslim, they were dancing and the music was going crazy in Qatar? How come Allah did not get upset? And not only that, the Qatari government, they said, we did not allow beer and whiskey and black label everywhere, only in restaurants and in the private clubs. Restaurants. Look how decent they are. Not in the street, brother. No. We did not allow it. Only in restaurant and clubs, coffee shops, bars. Not in the street. Haram. Haram. And listen, we do not allow people to go naked, but women, they are showing their breast, but they are doing that. But Allah did not make them pigs and monkeys. Music, dancing, microphone, speakers, I mean, you name it. But this is the threat of your God. Never come true. It's a false God. So guys, I want to say thank you. I'm getting really tired because simply I just had 70 years, you know, as Muhammad said. I don't want to say that to you, but you know, I have to mention it because this is why I'm tired. 70 years non-stop, man. I mean, non-stop, 70 years, brother. Year after year. Not 70 days, not 70 minutes. 70 years. Snow come, snow go. Spring come, autumn go. Trees grow, trees die. Bird go, bird die. Bird sing, bird sick. Bird fly, and the guy still having orgasm. True story. 70 years only short distance. It's a nothing. It's just 70 years, man. What a big deal. If Allah wants, He will make it 7 million years. And because the Muslims, they are stuck with the number 7 and 70 as Muhammad, so they claim that Al-Hussein, he speaks 70 million languages. That's so good. Me, myself, the humble me, I speak 69.9999 million language. But Al-Hassan, peace be upon him, he speaks 70 million languages. 70 million Muhammadan? I mean, if there is anyone in the world lie more than you, flying carpet, 70 years orgasm, 70 million language. Do we have 70 million language? 70 million language? Are you sure? What a crazy cult. And those people in the year 2023, they want to say to us that they have God, and their God is the only God. Now, if you are looking for a comedy after I finish, don't forget to watch this video where this sheikh, he explained to you how shaitan sleep in your nose, piss in your ears, and why you should not walk in the shade or sit in the shade. Haram, because shaitan is sit there. And why not to walk with one foot have a shoe and the other foot does not have a shoe? If you don't see the link, it's in the info. But if you are watching the video later, you just search for this title. Why? Look how serious the question. Hold on. I need to meditate. Why? Why is sitting in between the shade and the sun forbidden it? Why? Please, let us think together. Now I'm going to call Sadhguru. Sadhguru, who is a scam obviously too. He say, okay, sit down, relax. Let us do yoga and think about it. We cannot sit between the sun and the shade. Why? Because if you sat between the sun and the shade, half of you will become sun-tanned and the other half will have no tan. And then you will look half white, half not. The love guru. No, this is not the explanation. The explanation is, Zakir, refute him, Sadhguru. Give him breath. Allah forbid us from sitting in the sun and the shade because Satan, he sit there. What? Because Satan, he sit there. Hold on. Shaitan, he sit between the sun and the shade. What does that mean? What is that location? Give him breath. There's the point where it's between the sun and between the shade. Okay, where we can find that point? How we can be between the sun and between the shade, man? It's very simple. Other example, you are sitting now in the shade. Okay. And then the sun is moving. The sun is moving. Exactly. Prophet of Allah said the sun move every day. Ah, okay. True story. And then when the sun move, then you will find yourself half of you in the sun and half of you in the shade. Very simple. Zakir, do you have a brother? Thank to Allah, I don't have a brother. I have to agree. I mean, your mother, I think after she saw you, how smart, handsome you are, she decided not to bring any more. Christian Prince, respect yourself. You don't make fun of someone like me. I'm genius, and you know it. I know, and you are sexy, and you know it too. Exactly. Watch the video and see this amazing, smart, super intelligent religion. So if you like to be smart, you convert to Islam. Because now we know why we cannot sit between the sun and the shade. Why Shaitan, he do boom boom to you if you sleep in your belly bottom. What the heck? Do you know it's haram for a Muslim to sleep in his stomach? Why, brother? Why? Because Shaitan, he will sleep on you and he will do boom boom to you. What the heck? Are you serious? Yes, brother. But what? Don't tell me you stepped in your belly yesterday. Oh, not only yesterday. What? You did? You slept in your belly. You're not serious, are you? I don't know. I didn't. Nobody told me. Brother, you are a brainnet now. You know, when I say stupidity is amazing, I have my reason. I hope you, Muhammadan, understand what I say and what I mean. Yes, stupidity is amazing. Look what Saidi says. Ana, Katana, they are different from human wives. They don't have same problem as a human wife. Look. You see, guys, Allah, he will adjust the design of the women in heaven, brother. They don't have the same problem. Listen. Hold on. The women in heaven, they don't have the same problem. Really? Yes, brother. Okay. But the Quran says they did not bleed, you idiot. They did not bleed. لم يطمثهن. When they did the F thing. So how they don't have the same problem, but they will bleed? What the heck? And what is the problem, brother, a human being? What can you tell us? The Houris are perfect creatures. They are so good, man. I mean, they are ready. You go to the bedroom, they are hot. No need for kissing. No, they are ready. They know their job. They are made for it. They are modified human. Okay, the Houris are perfect creatures created for men who believe in Allah and the last day and do good action. Don't talk about the action, please. I'm thankful that you stopped there. Can you tell us what the action exactly they will do? Maybe this is the Muslim man who did a good action, maybe he meant. You are not talking about the action of the woman. Can you tell us what the action the woman they will do there, brother? Dahman. I mean, do you see the stupidity? In the year 2023, there is more than 1 billion human being. They believe in such a madness. Everybody is sharpening his private part. Brother, I might die tomorrow. Brother, good for you. Is your private part is ready? Brother, I'm sharpening it all my life. I bought even from Amazon a sharpening machine because I'm going to be busy with the versions. Brother, are you sure it is not too much sharp? You might do injury. No, brother. Allah, He made them perfect for that purpose. They don't have the same problem. Oh, okay. And brother, how you sharp them? Why you don't use this electronic one? They use it for knife. Brother, I tried it. I will not tell you what happened. It took half of it in 2 seconds. Oh no, don't do that then. And by the way, did fire came out of it? Exactly. And even, brother, I have fire in the bushes. Oh boy. Yes, exactly, because some of the fire fly to the bushes around it, and I got in fire. Brother, why you are doing this to yourself? Isn't it Allah will make it sharp for you when you go there and make it ready? Oh, brother, I forgot. Okay, I have 30 years return guarantee policy in Amazon. 30 years? Yes, brother, we are Muslims. They treat us differently. Okay? It's 30 days for Christians and Jews, but for Muslims, it's 30 years return policy. Oh, okay, you can receive it. You know, they buy the TV and use it for 30 years and then they return it. Okay, thank you, brother. I have to go. Unbelievable. I'm so convinced with this religion. Saeed, I wish you a good luck with your private part. Hey, Saeed, I forgot. Your prophet, he said that in the heaven there is images of men and women, Playboy magazine. And if you like the image, you get in and you do boom, boom with it. Saeed, are you ready? Are the images too are special creatures? Saeed? His name is Saeed, which means happy. Why you want to go to heaven, you idiot? I mean, your name is happy. Yet you want to go to heaven and stay here. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good time today. Is it true that shaitan made it from dog made it from the saliva? The Muslim, they have endless stories. You know, okay. Why we have a belly balm? Because Satan, he spit, brother. When he spit, he hit the belly balm of Adam. And since when we have a belly balm? So don't tell me the Muslims believe in this and that. They believe in everything. This is a stupid religion. Whatever this man Muhammad he said to them, they take it for granted. Shaitan, he play with their anus. Shaitan, he sleep in their nose. Shaitan, he put his finger there. Shaitan, this is the most smart, intelligent religion ever. Take a beer. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. Feel free to download my videos. As you know, I don't keep them for long. If you like them, download them. If you don't like them, I will call Allah for you. And He will make you barbecue. And you know Allah, He have a long hand. Oh Allah, no, this is my pocket. This is my pocket. I said to you, put your hand in their pocket. No, Allah. No. Listen, take your hand away from my pocket. I was talking to them. Why you come to my pocket? Okay, Allah. Okay, there. Yeah, focus there. You see, here the group is like 1,000 people there. Okay, but by the way, women don't have pocket. Put there in the purse, not in the. I know you. I know. Don't touch. Don't play games. You put your hand in their purse, not in their bra. Okay. All right. Okay, Allah, go. Yeah. Get them. Thank you all. May the Lord bless you. And I will see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is a fraud, and we prove it every day. And Allah is coming to you. He will make a barbecue. Get ready.